lovelies, Jennifer Ziliotto here, back for another style fix video. Thank you for joining me once again this week on my YouTube channel. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thanks for joining our community. And today I wanted to talk about monochromatic dressing. It's something that I mention pretty much every week, talking about different outfits that I love, and monochromatic is always up there because I think it's so chic, it's so classic, it's easy to do, and is always going to look stylish. And I remember the first time I saw somebody wearing a monochromatic outfit that wasn't an all black outfit that kind of took my breath away. I was living in Paris in my 20s and I was on Ile Saint-Louis and I was walking along and I all of a sudden looked over and I saw these three women laughing and giggling and having a lovely time, and they must have been they seemed older to me, so they must have been in their early 40s at the time. And one of them was wearing this head to toe cream or ivory outfit. It was the wintertime and I was awestruck by her outfit. It was stunning. She had this big cream woolly kind of scarf, a big cream sweater on, over top kind of like a cream colored bomber jacket, a woolly cream colored skirt, and then woolly cream colored stockings, and then a light brown boot, a short boot with little heels. And she just looked beautiful. And she had that air about her, you know, when you're wearing an outfit where you feel really good in and your beauty just really shines and you look put together and really confident. That's how she looked to me. And I think I was just like, I couldn't believe it. And after that, I saw a lot of women wearing monochromatic outfits. And it took me a few years to really adopt it. But once I did, I never went back. And that's why I love it so much. Because, first of all, of that moment, but second of all, because I think it's so chic, it's so timeless, and it always looks put together. So I wanted to break down a few ideas to get you inspired if this is a look that you've never tried to do before. But also there's a few tips to consider. One is your footwear. I think it's really important, and I've said this before, to have one of two little boots or shoes that are not necessarily black, that are either burgundy or gray or a cognac kind of brown. Something that is going to pair with a lot of colors that is not as stark as black, because sometimes when you're doing an all monochromatic look, especially in a lighter tone, having a really dark shoe makes it very contrast and really chops up the look, as opposed to keeping it really fluent and cohesive. So investing in footwear that is a color, for instance, I think makes doing a monochromatic look a lot easier. Now, the thing about a monochromatic look is you might be sitting here thinking to yourself, I've never tried a monochromatic look. But I'm sure you've worn an all black outfit. And all black, I think it is so chic. I think it really, really works. And I think there's a time and a place for all black, especially if you want to do something that's dressy, but still feel kind of casual. Doing a dark jean, let's say, with a black sweater and a black shoe is always going to look chic and really dressy. And I know as women, we often think, but I'm always wearing black. I wear too much black. I think it's okay if you have a lot of black in your wardrobe. It makes that kind of monochromatic thing really easy because you have all the elements. You just have to put them together. And sometimes it's a matter of putting together different textures. What I loved about that woman that I saw in Paris was that she had all this similar texture, and it was really lovely and really rich, especially on a cooler winter day like it was. But doing an all monochromatic, even in the summertime, and adding in different textures, mixing denim with wool or linen with cotton or linen with denim, all really, really lovely, and it's always going to work. Another easy place to start if you're wanting to try a monochromatic look is doing an all denim. Super fun, and I think that it makes the denim really a lot more elevated. Here you are taking this sort of very casual, very utilitarian fabric and pairing it together, especially if it's two different tones of denim, really makes that outfit quite elevated and quite dressy. I love the idea of doing a winter white. I've talked about it before. I think it's beautiful. I think it feels very fresh, very current. And here's a perfect place to play around with the textures, pairing denim, let's say a white denim with a woolly sweater, doing a sweater dress with a white denim jacket over top, or a cardigan or a blazer. You can introduce a white sneaker here. You can introduce a brown bootie here. You can even get away with black because there is something that really does work with a black and a white, this yin and yang kind of thing. Another really easy place to play around with monochromatic dressing, and that's of course with gray or with brown. An all gray outfit is actually easy to obtain. Doing a gray suit or a gray trouser with a gray sweater or a thin knit top looks lovely, is extremely chic, and really easy to add a shoe in the same tone. Same goes for brown, doing a nice beautiful brown sweater dress, doing a brown top, brown trouser, even a brown jean. Here you can slightly play around with texture by adding in a subtle brown, let's say plaid, still gonna work and still gonna read as monochromatic. I also love doing a jewel tone, like a burgundy, for instance, an all burgundy outfit. So gorgeous. And if you really want to take this to the next level and add in kind of like an accent, then doing a printed scarf that has burgundy in it, so gorgeous, so luxurious, and so super chic. And then when we think about doing color, this is where monochromatic can be a little bit tricky because it's sometimes hard, unless you're doing a suit or a dress, to find an outfit all the same color. But this is where you play around with tones. This is where you let your creativity shine and your inner artist come out, and you play around with tones of color. So different tones of green, or different tones of blue, or tones of orange, tones of red, or you play around slightly with colors that are just slightly off from one another. Two different pinks, for instance, or a pink and orange, or an orange area and slight yellow. To me, it's not necessarily monochromatic in the definition of monochromatic, but I still think it really works as a monochromatic outfit because the eye is really relaxed looking at an outfit like that, looking at an outfit that is tonal, if that makes sense. It's very soft in terms of a palette, so it's very relaxing to the eye. That goes the same for prints. If you're wanting to do a subtle print here with a color, this is a great way to play around again with those tones. So taking, like I had said earlier, a very subtle plaid, for instance, or a subtle floral, and pairing it with a tone that is very similar to the colors in the print. It will read as monochromatic, look lovely, look chic, and look really pulled together. So those are my ideas on monochromatic. I want to hear what you think. I did a video a little while ago on monochromatic versus color, and I know there was a little bit of a debate. Some people don't love a monochromatic look. I remember somebody commenting saying that they thought it made you look older. I don't necessarily think that's true. But even if that's the case, I think it's super chic. So I'd like to hear what you have to say. Please leave a comment down below. I find it really interesting, and it gives me more information on topics for videos, of course. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please, like I said, leave a comment down below. And of course, for more style ideas, more inspiration, checking out what I'm wearing, or just simply seeing what I'm doing, then don't forget to continue to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram.